Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vaul. And in this video we're going to have a look at a free way to create a custom pie menu for your sculpt brushes. So this is entirely free. Go to Edit Preferences, get Extensions, type in Sculpt, and you're looking for the Sculpt Tools palette. Click Install and save your preferences. Okay, with that done, we're pretty good to go. Now let's just delete this out, Shift and A, Mesh, and bring in a round cube, just so that we can talk through what we're going to be doing. Let's up the arc to 128. This probably isn't going to be great for sculpting on. I'd probably need to subdivide it, but it'll give us an idea that this is all working. So let's just go into sculpt mode and have a look at what this does. Now, firstly, if I hit N and come down, we should have a palette option. There we go. And we've got some options here for its appearance. Now, when playing around with this to begin with, I'd probably show the preview editor, which shows you what this palette is going to look like. Though actually there's quite a lot more to it than this. It's not just 6 slots. Firstly, we can down the number of slots if we want to, or up the number of slots, up to 10. We also get some options of how we can change this, like the palette radius or the radius of the different symbols themselves. So the slot radius we can make bigger if we want larger icons. The one thing we're missing is something to say to permanently have the names showing, which would be quite nice. But we can name the palette itself. Let's just call this main. This is going to be my main palette, and we can see the name change. But this is just a preview. Let's turn that off for now. What we need to do is add some brushes to that. Let's just hit N, but that's where we can change the general appearance. To get the brushes actually in there, we need to go to where the brushes are, and you'll notice I keep everything out the way, but we can just shift and space to bring everything up. Now do note, you do have ways of coming into separate different brushes, like general, paint, simulation. Within that, you can do all the different brushes as well. But I think this is going to be a faster option, and bear in mind that it's free, I think it's pretty nice. So I'm going to start with the brushes that I use the most, which generally I use to add things. Let's just go to all. I think I just put a space in there accidentally. So let's start. I generally use the draw, the clay strips, and the draw sharp turned into a positive to add material to my mesh. So I'm going to have those as my first slot, and we'll use draw as the main one. So what you do is you just right click and add your brush to palette, and it asks you where you want to add it to, and you'll notice we've got 6 slots because we'd set it as 6 in the end menu. We could always delete some of these out if we want to. I'm going to put this in slot 1. Now, if I then say I want to add my clay strips, right click, add brush to palette, you can see the draw brush is now already there, and I can add this to a sub slot. So we can have 4 slots per location. So let's just add the draw sharp in there as well, and we'll put that in sub 2, and I'll probably leave it there. I could add clay or blob, but I'm not going to. Now, if I just hit the / button, you can see what we get. At the moment, we've only got 1 slot. I wish it had the text for the name of what the brush was, but if you put your mouse over it, it brings it up, and then it shows you the other ones that are part of that slot. So clay strips and the draw sharp. And compared to other pie menus, I love this. I think this is really, really elegant. And anything we add to these other ones will also come up as well. So let's just add in one more to our palette too. And one of the other things that I generally do a lot is grabbing. So let's just add that to slot 2. And then I'm going to add a couple of other brushes to that as well. And now we've got both of those. We've got our drawing ones that I use to add material or just generally for drawing. And then we've got our grab brush, but there are other ones like grab elastic. Oh, that's annoying. Why does it not say grab elastic? Anyway, grab 2D and then snake hook. That is a little annoying. But you can see how these work. I almost wish there was more. So for example, that as I put my mouse over here, it grayed up the other options and put a whole circle around this. So maybe I could have 4 or 5. But I think this is really handy. Now I've just added a load more here, and you can see this is probably my main palette. We've got my draw brushes, my grab brushes, we've got my scraping or flattening brushes. I haven't done the smooth brush because that's so easy to use just with shift. I've got my pinching or creasing brushes, my seam project because I just love that at the moment, and then some of the cloth brushes that I use the most. But there is something else that we can do. In fact, 2 other things that I think are very important to mention. The first is, if I hit that one more time, we've got options here, and for some reason, again, this is here and not somewhere else, we can add in a new palette. So let's go there. We're going to call this Tools, and we've got that good to go. And it's worth mentioning that we can bring things in that are not just brushes. For example, we might want to bring some of the tools that are over here. Now, one of the odd ones is that if I come to mask and right click, mask doesn't want to work, but if I shift and space, we do have a mask brush, so I'm going to add that to my tools. So I'm going to put that there. And let's make some masking ones. So typical ones I use box mask a lot. Let's select that and then add that to my tool palette. I then use the line mask quite a bit. We'll add that to our tool palette. And then finally, I do use the polyline mask on occasion. I'll add that to my masking palette. I'll also probably add some more things like line project and box trim, but you can see here now I've got this palette, which is my tools. But if I just press tab, it brings me back to my main. And interestingly, whichever one it was on last, it brings up again, which is really cool. Now, one thing I will say, I do sort of like that it works off of the center of the mouse. When I hit the slash button, wherever my mouse is where it's centered off of. There is a slight issue if you have that up somewhere high, but that's true with other pie menus. So just something to bear in mind. But considering, as I said, this is entirely free, I'd say this is an absolutely awesome addition to sculpting and should make things a bit easier and quicker to find for people as well. If you're just like, yeah, okay, I want to actually do a snake hook and then do that there. Anyway, I hope that's going to be useful, maybe a time saver or just something to present things a little bit more nicely in your Blender workflow. If you are going to find that useful, really would appreciate you hitting that like button. YouTube is being quite mean at the moment to small creators. If you don't have hundreds of thousands of followers, everyone's taking a bit of a beating, so that would be really appreciated. Hope to see you in the next video, and have a great day.